Holla Pete's, it's your girl Schree reporting live for SchreeTV.
I remember the white tank top just being
still watching the trial.
Her chest area, but I don't know. The black shirt, I have no idea.
They still have the neighbor on the stand. You know she tired.
She was in the tub. I don't know.
Still talking about this tub.
I do remember the white tank top kind
There's something how they belabor
the
same thing over and over.
Before we go to the next question, could I make a record about the motions she was making? You may. It appears that Ms. Daniels was motioning above the chest of a female.
You should at least put some powder on, huh? Do something.
Yes, thank you. Where is the park in relation to the two houses you've described?
Look, powder.
The park is right in the middle of the whole neighborhood. All the houses, all the front doors face this park, the 5-acre park in the middle.
Is that the park where you saw Jillian?
Yes.
Finally, was Michelle's shirt wet?
Not that I recall.
Counsel, do either of you have follow-up questions? You may.
No, darling.
That is Christy Daniels. She was on the stand for a couple hours today, and right there you saw it. You may have seen it in the Jodi Arias case if you were watching that.
Classic fan.
Also allows it. The jurors get to ask questions of their own. They have a voice in this trial, and she was in the bathroom of the McNeil home the day that Michelle died. Quick break. We'll be right back with more testimony.
Martin and Michelle McNeil lived what seemed to be a charming life. He a prominent doctor and lawyer, and she the doting mother of 8 children. Yet
8 children? Jesus.
Tragic end one April night in 2007.
Here we go. Classic 10. That's what I'm using for right now. I guess it's that time of year.
Orbiting the moon in 1971.
See, being a sister and all, your skin tone changes throughout the year, you know, depending on the position of the sun. So sometimes you'll use a certain compact, and other times, you know what I'm saying, hollow. So I'm going to take other shit out and just use classic tan.
I like to golf all morning. That's why I eat Velveeta.
Well, I'm mad at it. I might as well put some blush on.
Then carefully baked to release steady energy to last. We're golfing now, buddy.
Hey, man. Right.
Velveeta, steady energy all morning long.
For over a decade, millions have raised their hands for the proven relief of the purple.
Distractions. Yeah, that classic tan is what's up right now. Cover girl. Alright now. Hanging out with you is what I wanna do. It's what I wanna do. Holla. Make sure they're not back in the courtroom. Let's get a little cheeky. Oh, wait, he's back in the courtroom.
Between the hours of 11 and noon.
Uh-oh, this is a new person. Damn it, I missed the introduction.
I was visiting.
This is Angie Aguilar. Another neighbor who saw Michelle's body in the bathtub. Would they have a goddamn party?
Their first names?
My daughter Chloe, another little girl named Melissa, and Daxton.
Okay.
Well, damn, how many neighbors came over?
Was your visit interrupted?
Yes.
What happened?
There was a knock on the door. We were kind of getting ready to go, so when the knock came, I started to get up and get shoes on and get kids' shoes on, and Christy came back, and
This is serious business.
She said that the McNeils needed help.
Okay, I'd like to ask you a little more detail about that. Do you recall what time your visit started that morning at the Daniels?
This guy doesn't smile. That's
Sometime
good.
after 11.
Okay. Do you recall how long it was?
Probably maybe how long the meeting was, or how long after 11?
How long your visit was?
Probably about a half an hour.
Okay. When you heard the knock at the door, were you able to see the door?
No.
From where you were?
No.
And which door was knocked on?
The front door.
Were you able to see who answered the door?
Christy did.
And were you able to see who it was that was knocking?
Yes. I had gotten up to start getting kids out, and I had seen Ada and Christy go out the door.
Okay, and who is Ada?
Ada is the McNeil's youngest daughter.
Well, I guess it would kind of spread through the neighborhood kind of quick.
Did you hear what Ada said?
There's a dead body in the house down the street.
You're offering it for its truth. No, Your Honor, I'm offering to explain the subsequent actions of Miss Aguilar and Mrs. Daniel. Overruled, it will be received for its effect on this witness. Go ahead.
I don't know, would you run down the street to the house?
You were saying
Pete?
what you heard Ada say.
To see what's going on?
My dad needs help.
If you heard that?
Could you see Ada at this point?
I probably would.
Just enough to notice
Oh my God.
what she was wearing.
And what was she wearing?
Her school uniform.
Do you recall Ada's demeanor?
She was very calm.
Okay. Did you see what Christy did?
Christy went with her and came back immediately.
What were you doing while Christy was gone?
Putting shoes on kids.
Okay. You said come back and Christy came back immediately.
That's a little bit better, right? A little more color on the face. Not so blank.
It wasn't very long.
Okay.
Rock and roll, baby. Rock and roll.
Did Christy ever return to the McNeils?
Yes.
How long was she at her house after she had returned from McNeils?
That's a shame. What a nice family.
At her home?
Big family.
Okay.
She
Very
got
big.
The other friend that was with us watched the children, and I ran over with Christy.
Okay. And about how long would you say it took you to run over?
Seconds.
What route did you...
You probably snapped out under the pressure.
Christy's house and the McNeils?
8 kids.
She had a sidewalk and a front walk. We took the sidewalk right over to their front door.
What door from the Daniels house did you leave?
Front door.
Okay, and then you took a sidewalk.
She had the side up top, a sidewalk that they share a driveway. She had a sidewalk that was up.
You might want to just cop to this.
Over across the driveway and onto their front sidewalk, and their walk and into the front door.
Okay.
And she had cosmetic surgery.
Approached,
So you know that, like,
front door,
whatever struggle she had with him when he was killing her had to hurt her face.
When you
You know, can you imagine your whole face hurting? Because she just had a full facelift, the entire face lifted.
We went directly.
Ow!
Alright. When you arrived there to the bathroom, what did you see?
Everything.
I briefly saw Michelle for a second, and then my view was obscured after that.
How was it obscured?
Doug came in immediately, and I went to the back of the bathroom where the closet was, and
Doesn't it just make you shudder?
Grabbed her legs. My vision was obscured. I was behind him.
Thank you. May I approach, Your Honor? You may.
She was more like, oh my face, stop. He's probably like,
I'm showing you a photograph that's in March, safety exhibit number 16.
Okay.
You recognize what's in that photograph?
The bathtub.
When you say
they keep
bathtub,
looking at this
which one?
bathtub.
That Michelle was in.
Well, the bathtub is the
Is
central
that the
location.
bathroom?
Yes.
And
It
this
happened in the
perspective,
bathtub.
In the photograph, where is it taken from?
From the door going into the bathroom.
Okay.
She had her clothes on. What woman is going to get in the bathtub with her clothes on? Hello?
Mrs. Aguilar, on the
What a dumbass.
there's a laser pointer.
Sitting there looking stupid now.
Where you're talking about.
That's how he's looking.
So this is the same photograph we were talking about as Exhibit 16, is that correct?
Yes.
When you said that you arrived and entered with
What? I didn't do it.
with the laser to where in the bathroom you went?
Well, I came in.
Like, how did I get here?
That I was back in the back where the closet was. So as I came in, it was back in here that the view is obscured.
Okay, so back there, do you recall what's
It's a
back
long
there?
ass.
I believe a closet.
So there's another doorway to a closet. You said your vision was obscured soon after you entered.
Yes.
Did you see Michelle in the bathtub?
Briefly.
Will you
Coffee
describe how she was?
and cigarettes.
Position in the tub.
Perfect
I would say
combination
that her head was
for working.
pretty good and slumped, maybe just a small portion of it above the
Chilling.
very small, and just I didn't see any legs or arms or anything else.
And
just
following
in
his
the
trial. She is still in the tub.
The laser, the side of the tub, or the end of the tub where her head was.
Right here.
And then again where her feet were.
We're going to pause here. That is another witness for the state. Her name is Angie Aguilar. She was at Christy Daniels' home next to the McNeils on the day that Michelle died. When she heard a knock at the door, when their youngest, 6-year-old Ada, knocked on the door and said, "My dad needs help." What she saw after that is coming up after the break. You don't want to miss it.
Wow. So far, the neighbor came over and saw her in the tub. Dead already, probably. She was dead already. This is deepness right here. Why didn't he just go on like Plenty of Fish or something? Oh, he had a girlfriend. Gypsy. Why not just carry on with the girlfriend? It would have been so much easier to just carry on with the girlfriend, keep the wife, tell the wife what you're doing, you know. There you go. I'm gonna see you on this shit here, you know. What are you gonna do? Go around killing people? Shit. This shit's illegal. You go to jail forever for that shit. And the poor girl, she was so pretty, she didn't even need a facelift. You know? Beautiful girl. She didn't even need a facelift. You know? Here he's like, no, we're gonna get this done now because we're going on vacation. It's like, dang. Am I that ugly that we have to go right now to get my facelift? The pressure. Imagine the pressure on that poor lady. Good God. No wonder she had so many pills. Oh, see, that could be the doubt right there. With all the pills in her system. See, that's what sucks about the judicial system. Because a case can be totally circumstantial and you can see it blaring you in the face. But because of that doubt, you know, people are getting off, and it's bullshit. Like Casey Anthony, what the hell is she doing walking around? You know, but there she is, hanging out somewhere. Oh, wait a minute. I think we're on our way back into the courtroom.
Approach, you may. I'm going to show you it's been marked as State's Exhibit 19. Will you just briefly describe what that photograph is?
It looks like the first photograph.
First one being number 16?
Yes.
Okay. Do you see a pen up there with you?
Yes.
Okay. Will you take that pen and put a circle where you observe Michelle's head?
Okay.
And then will you please put an X where her feet were? Thank you. Your Honor, the state offers number 19. Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor. If I could just see where she marked.
Yeah. 19 is received.
Murder is so cold-blooded. I mean, like, he had to be looking her in the face.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you to come down.
Wait till they get to that part.
And the way we've agreed, just for your orientation, is red clicker here.
I wonder if he'll take the stand.
So, it's almost as if you're standing
You know?
outside the door. Okay? Would you show the jury
I don't know.
the position of Michelle's head?
I would say the top of her head, resting right here. The rest of her body was inside the top.
Okay. Which way was her face pointing? Okay. And you said already about how far above the...
But do you think maybe if he didn't do it,
would you...
just hearing
I would say the top of her head
it being recounted would make him, like, emotional?
She wasn't too far down.
Okay.
Like maybe hearing about his wife's death would make him emotional. Maybe he would cry a little bit if he was innocent. I mean, you would think he'd be devastated. Even you know, all these years later, just hearing it recounted. But he's kind of stone-faced. Like,
Okay, thank you. That's something.
I think that would have a lot to do with it. Like his mental state. He doesn't seem to have one.
Do you remember how Michelle was dressed?
Yes.
Will you describe that?
She had a white shirt, undershirt on, and nothing else.
Okay. Do you remember the position of that shirt?
I only saw it on her covered shoe.
That is another witness for the state, Angie Aguilar. She was also in that bathroom April 11th.
Sig. How can you justify it? She had a shirt on. Faceless gotta hurt. Just don't know how this is gonna play out. It's mysterious. Well, your girl will be on the case. I'm going to go ahead and put this up since we're over 20 minutes now. You guys know I love you very much. Thanks for watching SchreeTV. More SchreeTV coming up for you real soon. Have a great day. Trial watching. Holla.